We have another Muslim. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Go ahead, I hear you.
Who's playing this? Hello. I just want to ask something because you are talking about other that because you said that not the name of other of Abraham's father, right?
Yeah. So how the Quran, he is God. This is the one who's talking here, supposedly Allah. How the God of Islam could not even quote the name of the Muhammad correctly? What do you think?
My question now is on that, since we see that we don't have a reasonable connection why the name of the father of Abraham is different than the name of the father in the Torah. I don't know if there is any Hebrew dialect or tribe or anything we can reference it, or if Muhammad was a good listener when she claimed to have this revelation. That's the point where we have to get, because we can say even when in Hebrew there is a God that has the name Allah, it can't be the same God than what Muhammad claimed.
This is not, we are talking about Azar now. We are talking about Azar. Focus on one thing at a time.
You know, one thing and another. I understand that, but I want to know how Muhammad even received the name of Azar. How he came up of even in the idea that it is Azar.
No, he did not come with the idea. Let me tell you why. Muhammad is a thief. He was copying from the book of Waraq ibn Nawfal. Waraq ibn Nawfal, he was translating from the Old Testament and the New Testament into a new Arabic book. So in his book, look like he wrote some Arabic words, and some words he keep it as it is because he did not know what they mean. So when he spoke about Abraham, he put after him Azar. He spoke to his father Azar, but Azar is an Aramaic word, mean foolish or stupid. So what the verse was saying, that Abraham was saying to his father, foolish, are you going to worship idols? So if you replace the word father here with the word foolish, it makes perfect sense, right?
Okay.
Because there's no point to say to his father, let us say my father, his name is Joseph. So he said to his father Joseph, I mean, he have one father anyway, right? Do I need to say the father name after? If he said something to his father, say he said the second you said the name, you said his father. It's mean you told us already it was he. So his father Azar. What is the point? This is not the name of the father. He was saying to him, Azar, are you going to worship idols as gods? And that makes sense. Foolish. Are you going to worship idols as God? So Muhammad, because he is a thief, and the one who he stole from him, he is a thief too, and they did not know what the word Azar mean, so they thought Azar, it's a name. And because it's a foreign word for them, it appeared like maybe it's appear right away after the name of Abraham, father of Abraham, so must be the father of Abraham. And that is again additional proof that Muhammad is a false man and a false prophet.
So my next question is, you are talking about a scripture of a balaka or something that these Coptic people have, because you know Islam uses always the word kuffar if someone don't quote right scriptures. So we have something Muhammad took from a kuffar that don't go to the Israelite scriptures, but we have clear evidence. For example, Surah 10 verse 94 says that we have to go to the real Hebrews, that we know how to pray to the Almighty God that brought the Israelites out of Egypt, right? So how can Muhammad make even the decision when he's copying from Kuffar?
Yeah, but you see, we notice everything Muslims have nothing to do with Muhammad. As an example, the word you are using, kuffar. Kuffar is this is not an Arabic word. You see, the funny, the Muslim, they say to us the Quran is a pure Arabic book, right? This is what the Quran says, وَجَعَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا غَيْرَ ذِي عَوَجٍ. So we made it a pure Arabic, but yet the word kuffar is an Aramaic word, and it means that the one who cover things, the one who hide things. So this is why you see, like in even in Egypt, or in Syria, or in Jordan, or in Israel, there's towns they call them kafar, which means far away. It's hiding. Nobody knows about it, like in the middle of nowhere. So Muhammad, obviously, he is a thief. Everything he have is taken from somebody else, but yet he claimed that his Quran is a pure Arabic, and that's again is additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet, because Muhammad, obviously, when he claimed that this is Quran is a pure Arabic, either he is not aware that most of the words he used, including the word Quran, is not Arabic, or he is aware, but he just said that is just like, you know, to deceive. And that does not make sense, because people around him, they are Arab, and they knew that this is not Arab.
So
even the Muslims,
when
they have a long search, they have a long reference, Muslims, about how many Arabic words, how many words in the Quran are not Arabic. Like right away when supposedly Allah spoke to Muhammad in the first chapter, he said to him, read, right? Read. And then he says, read itself in the original of it is not Arabic. It's coming from the Aramaic, from qarra wa ra'a, which means saying something and seeing something. You say what you saw. And then you will see right away, Allah, he says that he taught by al-qalam. Al-qalam is not an Arabic word too. And that repeated in many times in the Quran. So everything in the Quran, almost every chapter, every verse in the Quran is something stolen from somebody. The language, the words, the sentence, the names, and he got everything, you know, wrong. As an example, if you ask a Muslim, okay, in the Quran we will find the name Israel. Who is Israel?
Let me get on the point. Israel is also found in the scriptures as Bani Israel. The next point is, from some Hebrews, they are having the word salam. Salam means peace or salama. But
no, my friend, this is another question I'm asking you. Are you a Muslim or not?
I believe as Christ and all things the Jews did. But I was growing also up in Islam, but I study more and more the Bible. And then since I know you video, since I know many other resources, I just try to find out where these things, these claims against the Bible, against the Israelite came from a book.
So what are you now? What are you now? You are not sure you are a Muslim no more because you are watching my videos?
No. Yes, and many other things.
My friend, focus with me in the question then. I said to you, if we ask, let us say you are still a Muslim, and if I ask you, because I see your name is an Arabic name, if I ask you what Israel is based in Islam, what you will say to me? Based in Islam, not in the Bible. What Israel? The Quran keeps saying Israel, 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 more than 40 times. Okay, who is Israel if we will know? If I'm a Muslim and I have the Quran and I want to know who is Israel, who is Israel?
Okay, just let me look if there is any thing useful in the Quran what I can say about it.
There is nothing. What is the story of Jacob became Israel? Because this is what the story in the Bible we will find how Israel became Israel. God, he called him Israel. So how Israel became Israel in Islam, we do not know. There's nothing. It just says suddenly Muhammad, he says children of Israel.
Hold on. You said that Israel became the name of Jacob. But when we go in other scriptures, we see that Israel was already a name independent from Jacob. But it's the leadership of Jacob that Jacob become. And for example,
but who gave the name to Jacob? Who gave the what the name was given to Jacob?
the name to Jacob was given Israel.
Okay, by who?
Later,
By
because he
who?
was the son
No problem. But who is the
from
one?
from
Okay,
the
okay. So
Almighty
now
God.
Muhammad, he's talking about the children of Jacob, right? When the Quran speak, because the Quran speak about Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, and then he says suddenly, yeah, Bani Israel, oh children of Israel. But shouldn't you tell us first who is Israel?
Israel is all the prophets of the tribe. They are Israel. Israel
No,
is
no,
a
no, no,
people
no, no,
called
no,
a
no, no,
nation.
no, my friend, no, no. Israel is specifically is Jacob, and this is what Muhammad is talking about. If you go to the books of interpretation, you will find that the Muslims, they quote from the Bible to prove that this is Jacob. So all the Muslims agrees that this is about one person. He is a man. This is why you see the Quran, it says that we forbid nothing on Israel except what he forbid on himself, speaking about him as an individual. If you go to chapter 3 verse number 93, you will see the following.
Okay.
Read with me, read with me, please.
So,
Before you come to the conclusion, read. All food was lawful into the children of Israel,
just
except
off the screen for a while because I hear things double, but I'm
you can
going
mute.
right now
You can mute the
so I
YouTube.
can see.
Yeah, mute the YouTube so you will not hear it twice.
So,
okay, read with me carefully. All food was lawful into the children of Israel, save that which Israel forbid himself. So it was a guy. His name is Israel, correct? Himself. So children of Israel are children of a man. His name is Israel, and all the food was lawful for Israel except what he forbid himself. All right. So now Israel himself is a person, one guy. Who is he? And this is we know that this is how we know in a very easy way that the Quran is made by a stupid idiot person, because how you present to us a person without telling us who is he? How we will know now who is this guy Israel? How I'm going to find out this Israel himself? Who is he? Israel himself. Okay, who is Israel himself? Shouldn't the Quran do what the Torah does and tell us, okay, this is a guy, his name etc. God did with him etc. and he called him, he changed his name from etc. to etc. and then we will understand. But suddenly you put for us Israel there. Okay, who is this guy?
Okay. You said that it says he, and my question now is, we can go also to the Arabic linguistic because sometimes when you say he, you can say also they. So
no, my
how
friend, no. In
can
Arabic,
you
we cannot
decide?
do that. No, we cannot do that. No. Here we go. This
Okay.
is the text in the front of me. It says كل الطعام كان حلا لبني إسرائيل إلا ما حرم إسرائيل على نفسه, on himself. There's no doubt about it. And you can read any interpretation you want. Feel free. Yeah. So obviously, the one who wrote the Quran is a stupid, because when you write, if I write a novel right now, and I am an author of a book, and I say to you suddenly in the story, a guy, Israel, he forbid himself from the food. Aren't you going to say to me, what's wrong with this guy? Who's Israel? Suddenly, a guy named jump in the book. He was talking about Abraham, he was talking about Isaac, he was talking about Jacob, and then suddenly he says Israel, he forbid himself from food. Who is Israel? Any smart writer with little intelligence should present first the person. Like if I want to tell you about a guy and you never heard of him, shouldn't you ask me, okay, who is this guy first? Or you're talking about who?
Yeah.
So Muhammad, because he's a thief, he took the name, and he is just like, you know, he is a person who have a flight of thought. He cannot, he's not focused in one topic, and he is like, it's suddenly, and he mixed, like if you read the stories here, suddenly he's talking about Israel, and then suddenly he's talking about the city, it's called Bakka, and suddenly he's talking why people of the book you are being kuffar, and I mean, what is the connection? There's nothing. You read the chapter, there's no connection.
We don't have connection on this part, but we have some parallels. For example, the people of the book are called Israelites in the Quran. You find not only one person, or will you say that every connotation in the Quran talks only of one person, Israel, and then says, okay, all other things before is the people of the book?
My friend, people of the book in the Quran is not is a statement used when you want to put together two groups, which is the Jews and the Christians. When the Quran speak about the Jews alone, either he called them Yahud or he called them children of Israel. When he want to talk about the Christian alone, he called them Nasara. When we talk about both, he called them people of the book.
So you're saying there was no other people of the book than the basic Jews and the basic Christians.
That's it. Yes, Yahud and Nasara. That's it. This is what the Quran have.
Okay, you say it has nothing more else that is necessary to link with the Quran as prophets that came from God besides of the Jewish Israelites and the Christian, or is there a third party? We don't know.
Talking about what the Quran says, that there is only two group are called people of the book, which mean the Quran give only that title to the group, the Yahud, the Jews, and the Nasara. So anyone else is not a people of the book, which means he have no book, and the God of Islam don't approve his book. That is as simple as that. Now here we notice that Muhammad, he is mixing things up. As an example, if you go and now and ask any Jew about what Muhammad said in the Quran, that there's a guy, his name is Uzair, and he is the son of Allah, you will not find one Jew ever heard of this before. Nobody, no one, no history, not a single line in the history of the Jews reported that there is a person, his name is Uzair, and the Jews believe he is the son of God. This is what the Quran is saying, and this is again Muhammad is being a foolish stupid. And I believe here Muhammad, he was misunderstanding a group of the Jews who believe in Jesus to be the Son of God. They are Jews who believe. You see, the issue is that the Nasara themselves, the name Nasara, originally they are people who they are Jews and they believe in the Messiah, but they are like Jehovah's Witnesses. They have a wrong belief. So those Nasara are not the Christians. The Nasara have nothing to do with the Christianity. But Muhammad, he thought that the Christians are the Nasara because this is what he met around him. He did not meet other kind, maybe. And in the same time, he met a group of the Jews who they are Jews, but in the same time, they believe in the Messiah as the Son of God. But here Muhammad, obviously, he is quoting a wrong name from them. He thought the name is Israel. But there's nowhere to find such a name. The only solution for this, that those are Jews who believe in the Messiah, but Muhammad is quoting a name he heard from them, but he could not quote it correctly.
Can I ask you a question about the case you're saying there is only one guy that is called Israel, but we have also the connotation children of Israel. For example, if Al-Isra.
What this guy is talking about? Well, Al-Isra. Man, some people are really weird. Al-Isra. Yes, my friend. You said there's a man. His name Al-Isra.
No, maybe there is Al-Isra. I talking about the Surah Al-Isra. It's Surah 17.
My friend, this is a different story. Al-Isra is not in Israel. Al-Isra is flying, is going somewhere. Have nothing to do with Israel. It's about somebody was sent to somewhere.
We are speaking to the children of Israel. It's the first I wanted to read in Surah 17:104. It says to the children of Israel that.
So what about it? What about it? Children of Israel. It's all over the Quran. What about it? It's not only in that chapter. All over the Quran it says the children of Israel. So
yeah, so we see that Israel is one time, like you said, bankrupt.
My friend, do you speak Arabic? Are you drunk? The children of Muhammad, the guy, his name is Muhammad. The people are the children. The children of Abraham is a guy. His children are the group. The children of Christian Prince is a man, his children is a group. What's wrong with you? So why you are missing up things? Take it easy. Israel is a man, is one man, is not a 10 men. So the children of Israel, that they are not the children of many, one guy who forbid himself from eating food, and all the Muslims agree with that. Unless you want to come with a new religion, it's called Islam of Israel. All the Muslims agree that Israel is one guy and he's a prophet. So I want you to wake up with me, otherwise I'm going to lose my patience with you.
All right.
The Muslims believe that Israel is a prophet. One guy, not a gang, not 10, not 12, not 20. Take it easy, my friend. Take it easy. Think with me. So he is a prophet. He is a man. He is not 10. He is not a 20. And the Quran confirmed that. And the Quran says the children of Israel. So our question is, if Muhammad is not a stupid, how in the world he said to us the children of Israel, but yet he did not tell us who is Israel? How in the world now I will know who is Israel? Same as when we, you see the Muslims, the funny thing about them, I saw a video of a Muslim saying, okay, the Bible written by John. John who? Well, open the book of John, you will find from the beginning John is speaking about himself. But if we ask Muslims, the Quran say the name of Muhammad. Muhammad who? How I will know who is this guy? His name is Muhammad. Nowhere in the Quran it says who is Muhammad.
So is it the one that finds the Quran rules?
Who is Muhammad? Okay, you see the Muslim, they say to us, okay, the Bible mention names. Who are those names? Okay, who is Muhammad? No, the Bible mention names and we know them. But in the Quran, there's nowhere it says who is Muhammad. وَمَا كَانَ مُحَمَّدًا أَبَا أَحَدٌ مِّن رِجَالِكُمْ. Okay, but who is Muhammad? Muhammad was not the father of any of your men. But who is Muhammad? Shouldn't you tell us? Muhammad was exist where? He is born where? Who is the father of Muhammad? Who is the family of Muhammad? What is the nation of Muhammad? There is nothing about Muhammad. So the God of the Quran, the God of the Quran, he did not mention to us anything. He gave us just he throw names at us, and he assumed that all of us we knew them. That's why, because Muhammad was speaking between people who they knew what he is talking about, and he was not receiving verses from God. He was making things up, so he did not need to do introduction. But if God is made a book for generation to come, then he will make it clear, and he will say, okay, this is the guy, his name is Muhammad, the son of Abdullah. Even the Bible, when the Bible speak about Jesus, they will say to you that Jesus is the son of etc., the son of etc., because this is the habit of the Jews. They give you like a long list of a father, of a son, of son, of son, of son, of son, of son, of son, and then they go all the way to David. Now here we suddenly find Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad is the father of no one. Who is Muhammad? And then in different verse in the Quran, Muhammad, suddenly his name became Ahmad. In different place his name became Mustafa. Okay, who is Muhammad? Muhammad, he have 99 names. Some Muslim even they say he have 1,000 names. So who is this guy Muhammad? How we will know is he? No definition. Who is Israel? No definition. We try to find who is Abraham, we find that the name is wrong. If we try to find even as an example Moses, when we speak about Moses, he have a brother, his name is Aaron, correct? Okay. We find the Quran saying that Harun, he is Harun and Moses. If we ask any Muslim, who is the father of Aaron and the father of Moses? What do you know about that? Who is the father of Aaron in Islam? Aaron and Moses are brother. They are brothers. Okay. What is the father of Aaron?
That's a good question. Just let me Google and we will see.
The name of the father, I will help you. The name of the father of Aaron in Islam is Umran. Umran.
But how they know Umran? I know that there is many Zoroastric cults that miss such names like Quran or something else.
My friend, focus with me. This is the name in Arabic. I would take it easy, man. I don't know why you go like, I don't know. Don't fly too much. The name of the father of Moses and Umran and Aaron is Umran. Okay. Now, the name of the father of Mary is Umran.
The name of the father of Mary. Which Mary?
Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Really? It makes no
Yeah,
sense.
this is why in the Quran, chapter 19, verse number 28, Muhammad, he called Mary because he thought this is the sister of Aaron, because Aaron in the Bible, in the Old Testament, he have a sister, her name is Maryam.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so
he
Muhammad,
mixed
because he
the-
is a fool, he learned that Mary, Maryam is the sister of Aaron, and she is the sister of Moses. Therefore, you know, Mary is his sister. So he said, okay, the chapter 19, verse number 28, oh, sister of Aaron. and when Kabul Ahbar, who is a Jew, he said to him, who was a Jew, supposedly became a Muslim, he said to him, but this is wrong, you know, this guy, he became a Muslim because he have no choice, otherwise he will get killed. Oh, sister of Aaron, the father was not a wicked man, or etc. So you say to the Muslims, why this happened? They will say to you, the prophet, he answered about that when he heard that the news people, they are saying that this is wrong, this is a mistake. He said, no, in the old days they used to call Mary, or to call the person by the ancestor, but look at this, is stupid. He tried to fix it, he make it more stupid, because Mary is not from the ancestor, they are not from the same family, they are from the same tribe. Moses and Mary, they are not from the same tribe, so how is going to be the ancestor? You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how they try to fix it, it's stupid. But because he told them that Moses, he is the son of Imran, and this is the father of Moses, and this is the father of Aaron, and he heard that Miriam is the sister of Aaron, so he said, okay, oh, Miriam, the sister of Aaron. And as you see here, not even a single name in the Quran is coming correctly. Isa name is wrong. We cannot find who is Isa. Abraham name, even the Quran, sometimes he write the word Abraham, sometimes he write Ibrahim, sometimes he write the word Abraham. Why?
So don't even continue to write Abraham, right? So mixing with different connotation of names, you write Abraham, then
let me tell you why. Abraham. Muhammad, before he sat between the Jews, the name was Ibrahim. After he sat with the Jews, he learned that this is stupid. It's not. So he starts saying Abraham.
Okay.
And this is again a proof that Muhammad is a false man, because either it's Ibrahim or it's Abraham. Why are you changing it? Which one is the correct one? It's a name, you know. There's no options for the name to change, to play with. The name is a name. So why here with ya and nabara, those who speak Arabic, and why there it is without ya? We took the whole letter off. Ibrahim and Abraham. So what happened when Muhammad learned from the Jews that this is the correct name, he started correcting himself, and he stopped saying Ibrahim, he starts saying Abraham. And this is additional proof that the Quran is not. Why Allah will call the same guy, like, I mean, it's the same name exactly, the difference is just a letter. Why he is changing the letter? Why? You know, there's the Muslim, they say to us, Allah is God and he don't do anything for no reason. Okay, what is the reason? If it's Ibrahim, what, he changed his name after a few years? You know, so because he's a false prophet, he cannot be consistent and he update. You see, when Muhammad always he update his religion. As an example, in the beginning, Muhammad, he used to fast ASHURA. I don't know if you heard of ASHURA.
Okay.
What is ASHURA? The Muslims, they are so confused about ASHURA. Some, they say that ASHURA was a pagan practice and Muhammad used to fast it. Okay. And even Muhammad, he said that if you fast the day of ASHURA, just ASHURA, Allah will forgive your sin for the last year. All right. Okay.
We know that there are many pagan Hamites. Was ASHURA a Hamite, or how could we find even anything that says anything about ASHURA, if he's a pagan or a heathen or a special from a special Bedouin tribe or anything? If
you know, it doesn't matter. What the point is, Muhammad cannot be a prophet, because here we go. He's trying. You see, Muhammad trying to make himself a prophet like the rest. The Christian, they have fasting, the Jews, they have fasting, even the pagan, they have fasting. So how he don't have a fasting? So in the beginning, he start adopting fasting, which people used to practice before him. And then you see Muhammad even saying to them that the one who fasts ASHURA, Allah will forgive his sin for the whole year just for fasting one day. But then Muhammad, he learned about Ramadan, which is the fasting of the Sabian, and then he decided to ignore ASHURA. Suddenly ASHURA is not important. Suddenly ASHURA is in the garbage. What happened? So it was exist in the pre-Islamic period. He adopted, he practiced it, and he as a Muslim prophet. Then and it is, if you read me here, I don't know if you can see the screen. It says
I can see it.
the prophet said, fast the day of ASHURA, for indeed it's anticipate that Allah will forgive the sin of the year before it. Do you see how important that day is?
So you have to, because sin is with blood, guarantee when you offer animal. So you have to offer every year.
My friend, focus with me.
know-
Focus with me. I'm not talking about the animals now. Just focus with me. If you fast the day of ASHURA alone, just fast it. Forget about animals and chicken and burger. If you fast this day, Allah forgive your sin for the whole year before it. That's mean that this is a very extremely important fasting. Do I agree? To the point it forgive our sin for a year, not for a day or one sin, the whole year. I mean, this is a joke. So how ASHURA suddenly became not important? And Muhammad, he dumped it and he said it's not important to do it no more. Why? He replaced it with Ramadan. So Muhammad is a person, he hijacked something from you, he learned it, he like it, and then he do not need it, so he throw it away. If this is a teaching from God that fasting ASHURA one day is equal to delete the sin of the whole year, then God should not change his mind about this fasting day. What happened? Allah, he changed his mind. It was important and later it became not important. Are you getting my point?
Can we see something like that with the Arabic name of Allah? Well, because when it's also with the invention of Allah, what is a name of heathen gods, and it has many different connotation in the Arabic.
My friend, I want you to focus with me in one topic in the time. I don't know why you jump to Allah. First of all, my friend, there is no such a name. It's called Allah. Allah is not the name of the God of Islam. That is a joke. If you go in chapter 1 in the Quran, chapter 1, just from the first chapter, you will see the following. I want you to look with me in the screen, please.
Okay, I will do that.
All right.
No problem.
Chapter 1 in the Quran. You will see here it says, and I will show you the Arabic because I want to show you the Arabic change. If we read together here, you will see it says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Yeah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman. You will notice here there's an alif, right? This is an alif.
Yes.
I will write it in the top. But if you look at the Allah in the second word, there's no alif. You see, there's no alif here. Here is missing, correct? Here is missing.
Yes.
All right. Why? Because simply it is not part of the name. So what happened? Alhamdulillah. Let us divide the word li-lah. Alhamdulillah. Li in Arabic mean two. Li-lah. That is the name of the God of Islam. Li mean two. Lah is the name of the God. Lah is the moon God. You can go right now and search in Google and you will find that Lah is the name of the moon God. So it is not Allah, it is Lah. Allah is A-L, which is a word equal in the old ancient Hebrew and Aramaic to the word God. So when you say Al-Lah, you are saying God Lah.
God La.
It's not one word, it's two words. The same as when you say in Hebrew, you say Emmanuel. So God is with us, or Elijah. Or you say for sure Elijah is not God with us, the same as this guy, he said stupid Muhammad hijab. But El always is mean God. So Ishmael, Israel, etc. But before in the ancient language it was Al, Israel, Mikael, Daniel, Ishmael. All right. So al is a word. This is why we say Baal. Baal. Okay. Ba al. So God Ba. The Ba is the god of the fertility. And this is the same God actually of the moon god, because the moon god is the god of fertility, but they have different names. You know, every territory they have a name for their god, but at the end of the day, all of them they are the same God. If you go in the Quran and you know, the Muslim they say to us that Allah is not the moon god, correct? And even there is some Christian they say who they are naive. They say how the Quran say that don't worship the moon, and he is the Lord of the moon and the sun, and then you say he is the moon god. Let me show you how we can prove that wrong.
Okay.
In the Quran, we will know that there is something. It's called Allat and Al-Uzza. Okay.
After Allat and Al-Usa and this moon thing, can I ask you about Yunus 10 what Alif Lam Ra
No
mean?
problem. Hold on. Let us focus on one thing at the time. So when we speak about Allat wal-Uzza wa Manat al-Thalithah al-Ukhra, we notice that Allat, who are the Allat or Al-Uzza?
The daughters of pagan daughters.
Okay, daughter of who? Daughter of Allah. Okay, why the Arab they thought Allah have a daughters?
Because they learned it from pagan tribes.
But how he have the daughters?
Isn't there a verse that says that the angels are the sons of daughters of Allah? I mean,
let me tell you why.
Video.
The Arab they believe that Allah is the moon god who married from the sun god, and they have 3 daughters. So when somebody says to us that this is not the moon god, then he have to explain to us how Allah he got the 3 daughters, which is from the marriage of the god of the sun and the god of the moon. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
So it's the Quran confirming that by calling Allah that he is the father of Manat and Allat and Al-Uzza, they confirm to us that the Arab was worshipping the Lah god, which is the moon god, which is married. He married from the sun god, and they have 3 daughters, Manat and Al-Uzza and Allat. Manat is the god of death. And this is why the name it come differently. If you notice with me in Al-Uzza, you will notice something. I just taught you something about Allah, that the name start with AL, correct? Okay, here those are gods, right? Al-Uzza is God and Allat is a god, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is why it says Al-Lat, God Lat, Al-Uzza, God Uzza. All right, so this is confirmed even in the Quran that Allah is the moon god. Otherwise, how Allah he got the 3 daughters of the god of the moon god? You see my point?
Yeah, I see your point.
Okay.
So now let's go to Alif Lam Ra. I want to
okay,
know
my friend, I will hang up you for you can call me later because there's a Muslim wanna call me. Let's see what he wanna say about what we say.
All
okay?
right.
All
Let's see.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Call me, Abdul.
Mari ikut Yesus. Mari ke jalan yang benar. Tuhan berkati.